Hey, my Taurus babies. Thought I heard something. What's happening, y'all? What is good with you? It is that time once again for the weekend update. We're going to roll Thursday through Monday. And let me cut this down. We are rolling Thursday through Monday. Tomorrow, August 29th through Monday, September 2nd. Yes, it is September, ladies and gentlemen. It is here. Christmas shopping. What y'all doing? Y'all got started yet? Be looking at me in the middle of some Mercury retrograde at the end of November, the first part of December, talking about, I didn't get nothing. Hey, get on it, y'all. Get on it. Taurus, your spirits, excuse me, seem to be a bit lifted. I know some of you are kind of moseying on through some heavy energy. A lot of relationship stuff. A lot of you in limbo right now with relationship stuff. You know what direction you want to go in, but for whatever reason, on the surface, it's just not happening, or it's happening very slowly. So for the bigger part of you, the energy is moving, and it's moving forward. Albeit incremental, still moving. So it's better than being stuck and not moving at all. I think the slow start up for a lot of you, or whatever it is that you decided to do with your relationships, has a lot to do with Uranus being in retrograde motion, making you take a look, making you take that extra look at what you're doing, what you're trying to manifest in your life, to make sure that it is what you want it to be, or for some of you at least what you need it to be in the interim. A lot of y'all not happy with your jobs, and it seems like a lot of y'all are stuck trying to find a job. A lot of y'all are in the gig economy. You're doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, trying to make all the ends meet. And I know that can be nerve-wracking, especially when it comes to having enough money to do what you need to do. But it feels like that energy is going to break up here soon. For those of you that are in that kind of stuck career, professional job, promotion energy. So let's see. I'm pull overall for the next couple of handful of days, mental conflict and temptation, and so for tomorrow, Thursday the 29th, partnerships and alliances. For Friday, the truth. For Saturday, intuition. Let's just do this like this. For Sunday, hope. And for Monday, love begins. So as I've been saying, and as I keep saying, and as I'm going to keep saying, y'all are here. Whatever it is that you have manifested, for the most part, most of you are here. Let's see what we got underneath for overall here. Mental conflict is pulling the 4 of coins. Y'all are guarded. That makes sense. Temptation is pulling the double card. This is a reminder. I do my cards straight up. I don't do reverses. Housekeeping. Let me stop right here. Thank you, everybody. Serious business, for liking, sharing, subscribing. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate you. You don't. Every morning I wake up and the numbers jump up. I am overwhelmed, and the best I can do most days is just sit down here and read and not even comment. It's a couple days left for subscriber $5 readings to the 31st. So you got to what, Sunday? I'll go to a Sunday. I think Sunday might even be the first. It's all good. Don't worry about it. If you are a subscriber, hit me up. Email information is down at the bottom. Okay, back to the reading. That 4 coins is what's got my attention just captivated. Okay, let's keep moving. Tomorrow, partnership and alliances pulls the 6 of wands. Y'all are there. Truth card for Friday pulls the 10 of wands. Saturday, intuition pulls the 7 of cups. Sunday, the hope card pulls the 5 of swords. And Monday pulls the 7 of coins. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, got it. So, I'm gonna say quite a few of you got this shit going. This is just throttling in the background. It's 12 different storylines. Pick yours. But at the end of the day, most of you have made a decision one way or the other. You've either cut somebody completely out. A lot of you like, fuck it, I'm not dating no more till next year. I can't do all this shit. It's too much. Others of you are restarting, rekindling, renewing, re-kickstarting an older relationship, which seems like it may have some hope, some promise. Others of you are in new relationships or getting ready to get into a new relationship, and you're wondering, this is what's at the bottom, did I make the right decision? Did I do the right thing? That's what's at the bottom of that. In turn, this is making you guarded. And it's understandable when you make a decision, especially when you make a decision about your romantic life or people in your personal life, it can get funky and sticky and messy and fucked up. Because then you start wondering, I'll let this one go because now is this one going to do the same thing? And that's a natural reaction. As much as you want to trust yourself, as much as you want to trust your intuition about what's going on, you still can get stuck in that second guessing. However, you need to let some of this down. Sometimes being so scared and being trapped in fear, even though this is about mental conflict, this is also about being trapped in fear. That conflict going can put you right in that little thing, whichever card that is, just trapped in fear like you're in a cage somewhere, and being overly guarded. Being overly guarded towards is going to make people less inclined to approach you, even lovers, partners, that type of shit. So it's best you can at least try to fake it till you make it. I know a lot of you are embarking on shit that's new, shit you don't know shit about, people you don't know shit about, because you're trying to do what the universe is kind of pushing you out there to do, but you still aren't sure. Have faith, Taurus, that everything is going to be good. Trust me, it's our time. I know nobody want to hear what I'm saying till it's over with, but it's all good. It is our time. With the devil card here, and this is truly the bottom end and the back end. A lot of you are in karmic situations. I'm not going to call it toxic at this point. I'm going to just call it a karmic situation. I don't usually like calling out karmic situations because I think for each person it's individual. You start talking about soulmates and twin flames and other bullshit. It's really a personal thing and how you feel and how chemistry works for you. However, a lot of y'all got this in your energy and you're dealing with a karmic situation. Karmic situations, when you really get down to it, they're neither good nor bad. It's just whatever the boomerang is coming back to you with, that's your karma. That's karmic shit. A lot of times we tie up or continue karmic relationships from lifetime to lifetime. I have a friend right now who's dealing with a multi-lifetime situation, and she's trying to navigate through all the different complexities because a lot of things happen, and in this context, in this lifetime, they don't make sense. But if you step back and look at it from another perspective, way back here, see that eyeball? And you got the two people in the eyeball. Same concept here. When she steps back and she looks at it over a period of lifetimes, and I know everybody ain't into that living in multiple lifetimes, however, I believe strongly in it. As Albert Einstein said, the soul is the only thing on the planet that's recycled. Or not recycled, I'm sorry. Yeah, not recycled. Yeah, so your soul is your soul. It's going with you. You might not be the vessel your soul is traveling in the next life. It might be another kind of vessel, but your soul is your soul. So a lot of times you just have things that you don't finish from one lifetime to the other. I'm throwing all that out there to tell you, a lot of you may be dealing with a karmic relationship. However, I don't feel like it's toxic. It can be. Keep your eyes open, Taurus. Keep your eyes open. The temptation is going to be to close that damn eye. That's not what you want. Especially if you feel like you're in a twin flame or soulmate relationship. Keep that eye open and don't let it You know, people always start talking about, the toxic relationship is just so shitty. Okay, how did it get to that point? Because it takes two people to make a bowl of shit. I'm just going to put that out there. Yes, one person can come to the situation and have more drama, more bullshit, more chaos than the other, but somebody has to feed into that in order for it to survive. I'm just saying. So if you feel like you are in a karmic, i.e. twin flame, soulmate, however you twisting that around, make sure you keep your lines of communication open. Make sure you as a Taurus, do things with good intent. And that should keep your karmic situation. And for some of you, this is with it being your overall energy. For some of you, you are worried about, am I stepping off into something? Because the chemistry with the person you're dealing with is so strong that even when you think you're not thinking about him or her, you are thinking about him or her. I'm just saying. And the temptation there is to get blindsided and just get overwhelmed with, so in love. That's the temptation. That's not what you're trying to do. So make sure those of you that are in these new situation relationships, keep the line of communication open. Tomorrow, Thursday, partnerships and alliances. About that promotion. It's about that damn promotion. For some of you that have decided you ain't dating, whatever, this is about work. You may be singled out for something if you haven't applied for a promotion or another job, whatever. You may actually be tapped on the shoulder for something because somebody realizes you got the goodies, and they may have just humbled up on something, talked to another person, and said, she know all that. Go ask her. And before you know it, you'll be in the middle of something. This comes with money and benefits. I'm just throwing that out there. So keep your eyes open and check your opportunities. For Friday with the Truth and the Ten of Wands, it's about letting the stress go. But in order to do that, you got to tell the truth. So whomever is stressing you out, if you have a support group, your crew, your posse, whomever it is that you need to hang with, get some of this shit out, get some of this stress off of you. For a lot of you that's coming back as your kids, you got kids that are in school, maybe giving you a hard time. They may not be telling you the truth. However, that's resonating with that. That's something that's just being thrown up that I can see. If you have kids, maybe a situation where, they're not trying to tell you everything that's going on at school. If you've got some young school-age children, you may want to just double check to make sure that everything is everything in school and nobody's being bullied, nobody's throwing away homework, that kind of energy. Variety of things, but that kind of I didn't know this was happening type energy. This is about the time. If you don't want to get to December or January and have some teacher talk about, little Johnny didn't finish. This energy right here is telling you to make sure that if there's something like that, grandkids too, make sure they got everything that they're supposed to have, everything that they're doing, and not just telling you they're doing it. Again, trying to get to the truth. For Saturday, it's really what I've been saying the whole time. Some of you have options. Others of you are clouded about some part of what you're doing. This card can bring back on either energy, and it's bringing back on both. Some of y'all are clouded. Some of y'all got a lot of options. If you have a lot of options, be mindful. Everything in every cup ain't for you. Throw that out there. If it's about your judgment being clouded, take a moment. If you get ready to jump off and make some big decision, especially if it's financial, and think about what you're getting ready to do. This is emotions, it's cups, it's water. You may let your emotions get the best of you trying to make some dumbass decision on buying an $80,000 vehicle you don't need. I'm just throwing that up against the wall. However it's resonating. Think before you do it. Don't let your judgment get all cloudy and you get all giddy and happy and, I'm in love and I'm going to go buy a house. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds ridiculous, but I'm throwing it out there because some of the things that some of you may be coming up with may be just that ridiculous. However, if you feel like you are in that motion of just being overwhelmed and happy and just high on life and getting ready to do some dumb shit. Follow your intuition. Listen to your intuition. And kudos to those. A lot of you have been working on this and trying to get it together and, you know, listen when a little voice pops you in your ear and says, hey, you don't want to do that. Good. I'm glad you're working on it. I am too. But for real, you're dealing with multiple decisions. Definitely on the intuition, and if your judgment, if you feel like it's getting cloudy and you just making decisions because you feeling some kind of way. Intuition. Some of you, in certain instances, may be dealing with a water sign, a Pisces, a Cancer, a Scorpio. Be mindful. Just be mindful, however that's resonating with you. When we get to Saturday's energy, or Sunday's energy, I'm sorry, the Five of Swords in the Hope card. This is all going back to that karmic, the overall, and the karmic, and the temptation. The same kind of energy. Unhealthy negative thinking is not good, and if this were reversed, that's reversal energy coming up off this card. This is air. So definitely about the intellect and the mind. It's not only about changing your attitude, but it's about changing your thoughts and getting out of unhealthy thought patterns, particularly those of you that are in karmic situations, those of you in restart relationships. That negative thinking has to go. Got to go bye-bye. Just saying. And I hate that we still live in a world that doesn't teach us the power of our thoughts and the power of our words. But trust me, if you get in a thing where you start getting into negative thinking cycles, that's most certainly the time negative shit will start happening. So a lot of you have worked hard to get to the place that you are right now in terms of being the boss, making the decisions, doing your damn thing, and trying to keep balance in your life. Don't fuck it up with a bunch of negative thinking. Keep that hope alive. I'm just telling you. Keep it alive. Let the negative thinking go the fuck out the window and keep that hope alive. If you knew how much your thinking played a role in what happens in your life every second of every day, all of y'all would drop a whole lot of shit real quick if you really understood it. And I'm at the top of that list, trust me. But it is so easy when we see one thing that looks negative, but we just get all on a tangent on some bullshit. Oh, it's in the world. He's gonna leave me. You ain't trying to drum up that energy. Trick I learned about 25 years ago, and it came through Abraham and Esther and Jerry Hicks, about wearing a rubber band. You want to break a bad habit, wear a rubber band on your wrist for 30 days. And every time you feel yourself just get ready to go down there, pop it. In the 30 days, you will stop all that bullshit because you will be sick of popping yourself every time you have a negative thought or every time you're aware of having a negative thought. Pop it. Snap that thought right out your head because you keep doing it. I'm just saying. That's the trick of the trade. You're trying to keep things in balance and keep things moving forward like they are and not get sidetracked every time you get pow. I'm just saying. Monday, love begins. We right back to square one. For all of you that have nurtured, added fertilizer, water, talked to, got rained on, snowed on, and some more shit. It's here. I keep telling y'all, it's here. It is here. It is here. And what's funny is when you get here, most of the time you don't realize you're here because you're so busy fretting over some craziness, you're not really thinking about it. And it's not until you turn around and look in hindsight and go, damn, you know what? Exactly. That's exactly where you are right now. If you're not thinking about it, don't worry about it. Enjoy the ride. Don't stress. Taurus, as always, I'm going to tell you, take time for you. Make sure your head is right. Make sure that you are doing things, especially those of you feeling like you're in karmic situations. Not a bad thing right at this moment. Keep things open. Keep the communication open so your karmic situation does not turn into a toxic nightmare. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Temptation may be to just turn a blind eye, like I said, your overall energy. It may be to just kind of, oh, it's okay, we don't have, yeah, you do. You do. If you feel like you're in a karmic thing, a soulmate, twin flame, open your mouth, always. Speak your truth. Watch your kids this weekend, next week. Like I said, those of you that got them and they're in school, make sure you be checking backpacks, because this is about the time of the year. Oh yeah, I did my homework. And you get to the end of November and be like, what the hell you mean he didn't turn in 10 weeks worth of homework? Why didn't you call me? Y'all know how this go. Y'all know how this go. Let's see what we got. The Rainbow Prince, the Diamond Dreamer, and the River Queen. So the Rainbow Prince is about compensation and perseverance. And this one, and I landed it on top of the partnerships and alliances. I'm going to say this is about the perseverance. And that's while it's the challenge, it's also the ally in this instance. And these cards, if I haven't told you, they're new. This is Colette Baron-Reid, Hidden Wisdom, the realms of hidden wisdom, and she divides the energy into either ally energy or challenger energy. The challenger energy here is perseverance. You've obviously persevered, Taurus, to get what you're trying to get and get where you're trying to go, and the universe is recognizing you for that. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't always right, but you stuck with it, and here you are. So the universe is telling you, this is it. Here you go. And this is payment for you persevering through the worst of them. A lot of you are in situations where you have come through some rough shit. You just have a relationship, and probably more so because it is, for those of you that this is resonating with, probably have more problems with the relationship in the beginning because it is karmic. And trying to get two souls together, two twin souls or two soulmates together, it's difficult because the energy is so much alike and the chemistry is so strong. You can end up in the middle of something and the details are not worked out. So the universe is telling you your perseverance is paying off. Again, same, just like down here. Don't ever lose hope. Don't ever lose hope. Just don't. The Diamond Dreamer, material wealth and true prosperity. This is definitely true prosperity. If you got love in your life, you got food on your table, that's true prosperity. It's not about how much you got stacked up in the bank and all that crap. It's about who's got your back and can you keep your belly full, for real. The end of discussion. All should be well. So definitely about true prosperity. You have way more than just the financial end of that. If you have good love in your life, and like I said, you can put a meal on your table and feed yourself, that's an awesome thing. The River Queen, flow, letting go, and natural movement. Flow, letting go, and natural movement. I'm picking all three, especially for those of you that got big choices. Follow that intuition. Let go and follow your intuition. That's the best thing I can say. Not a bad weekend, Taurus. Not a bad weekend at all. Be grateful. Say thank you to the universe, or God, or Jesus, or whoever you're dealing with. Say thank you for getting you to this point. Hopefully, most of you are feeling the slowdown in the energy and don't feel like you got to run out the door without opening it every time you go through it. That is definitely Uranus slowing down. However, your day-to-day activities for a lot of you are probably picking up. So be careful. There's a lot of people that still got that Mars, stupid Mars is in Virgo now. It's still Mars, just that aggressive in your face, let me cut you off type energy. Be mindful. Stay humble, Taurus. Just stay humble. It's going to get better. I promise you that's for real. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you in a couple days to do the weekly update. Bye, y'all.